Here we are looking at a sample table analysis question from an official GMAT Focus Edition practice exam over at MBA.com. And we're going to see how to engage with these questions to be as efficient as possible when you address one on your own. So when it comes to table analysis questions, you want to engage the table before you look at anything involving questions. So we should look to the left and we can see that there's this sorting feature. And the sorting feature is going to require us to potentially decide to sort by feedback, local expertise, or local resources. And we see that we've got these actions and we basically have some numbers. So I definitely need to understand what's happening in the accompanying text to understand how these things relate at all. So we read from the top. The table ranks the urgency of and local expertise and resources for various actions a certain nonprofit environmental group is considering in order to address potential local effects of climate change. Higher numbers indicate greater urgency, greater amounts of expertise, and greater amounts of resources. The principle says that when comparing any two actions, X and Y, if X ranks at least as high by all three standards and higher than Y by one or more standards, then X will take priority over Y. So basically, I want to understand what that's saying, and I would take a note at this point. We know that to be priority, that ultimately the action has to be greater than or equal to the all three, and it has to be greater than at least once. Hopefully you're enjoying the tips in this video, and if you are, please do like it and consider subscribing so you can get notified when additional videos are released by MyGuru. Additionally, check out the links down below because they can take you to this page where you can request a free consultation with an expert GMAT tutor such as myself, and they'll also show you where you can access our online self-paced prep course brought to you by MyGuru and Analyst Prep. We can see that we're being asked will take priority over action 4 specifically, and then might not take priority over action 4. So we'll just go action by action. So I'm just going to keep it organized the way that it is. I don't really need to do anything else. So action 1 has to be greater than or equal to action 4 on all three of these statements. So it's certainly highest on urgency. It's certainly highest on local expertise. And if we look at action 4, it is equal on the local resources. So it matches all of those, and it is at least one greater than action 4. So action 1 absolutely will take priority over action 4. Then action 2, we've got to make sure that we compare it against action 4. Well, it's greater than or equal to this urgency issue, but it's not greater than or equal to the local expertise issue. So it very well may not take priority over action 4 as soon as we see that. And then the last statement, action 3. Well, if we look at action 3, it's greater than or equal to on urgency, but it's less than on local expertise. So again, it might not take priority over action 4. And you can see how by doing just a little bit of work up front, you can make this table analysis much, much easier for yourself and future ones too.